Hi there everyone, I am so excited to see you here again. We are back with another video. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are reacting to some crazy mother-in-law stories, you guys. We are actually super in love with this. I see that you guys like mother-in-law stories, so I wanted to find some more and I went into the rabbit hole on Reddit, you guys. And these are some of the confessions as well as some wild stories that I thought would be really nice to be added on here. So let's get started. I accidentally got in the shower with my mother-in-law. This is the subreddit confessions. Right from the bat, we're starting really awkward. Dear Reddit, me and my wife has been living together for almost 4 years now. I travel a lot for work, and when I get home after a week of traveling, me and my wife can't keep our hands off each other. When I landed at the airport and got off the plane, I let my wife know I'm on my way, and in her naughty voice, she replied, "I'll be waiting for you." Now, for the next part, for some context needed to be given. My wife will sometimes pretend not to hear me, so I grab her and pick her up. It's a game we play, but now that I typed it, I hear how dangerous it actually is. Both my wife, mother-in-law always blast music while we are in the shower, so usually my wife lets me know when we have guests, but my mother-in-law had a problem with her water pipes because she lives just a few blocks away, so she quickly came for a shower. Ew. As I got home, I heard the loud music coming from the bathroom. I immediately got aroused and made my way to the bathroom. Undressing like a horny teen, leaving my clothes all over the place, I slowly opened the shower door, and as I did, my mother-in-law turned around. I immediately apologized and ran butt naked as she continued to scream at me. Honestly, I feel so bad for this guy. Like, it's one thing accidentally walking into your partner, but it is a whole other thing walking into your mother-in-law. That is a whole new level of awkward. That is crazy. My wife heard the screaming and came out of her room to watch. She put one and one together and broke down laughing. I don't know what to do. My mother-in-law left without saying anything to me. I can't even sleep. Guys, I don't know what to say. I'm hoping that this doesn't completely ruin his relationship with his mother-in-law. I understand that this was not on purpose, and I'm sure she was just probably really shocked, but you know, it's tough to know how to handle something like this, especially that just ruined the whole moment. I just know that for sure. I'm sorry you had to go through that. I'm really sorry. That is so funny though. I'm sorry, I do have to laugh. Let's read some comments. Your wife laughed. I am laughing right now, and you will laugh soon too. As your mother-in-law, I'm not sure she will ever laugh. I think she will though. If she is light enough, she probably will. I don't know. I'm still really shocked. That is just so funny, guys. That's crazy. Anyways, let's read the next one. I am in love with my mother-in-law. What are these confessions? Are you kidding me? Look, it is insane, but I can't help it. My wife has a cruel and vindictive streak just like her dad. And while she seems so nice and sweet on the outside, she treats me like at home. I live near mother-in-law with my wife. I don't have a living family, so we are over there a lot. I can tell there is tension. My wife always says it's weird how well I get on with her mom. I find myself coming up with excuses to stop by or text. She's 47 and I'm 30. She had my wife pretty young. I mean, we both catch each other with long glances. There's so much unspoken, but I feel like if one of us came clean, we wouldn't be able to stop ourselves. Are you crazy? Why are you writing this? Are you insane? Kate is right about the danger of it. If they came clean, there's no turning back. You ruin two families right there. You ruin your own and you ruin your potentially flirting mother-in-law family. What are you talking about? I think this is just in your fantasy, OP. This is crazy. I really hope my wife doesn't see this and recognize it, lol. I think you are in your fantasies right now. If your wife ever found out about this, that would completely wreck everything. I feel really bad for your wife right now. Let's read some comments, you guys. I hope this isn't real, LMAO. There's no good outcome from what you desire. You would ruin your marriage, their family, and your own reputation. That is exactly what I said, you guys. I am guessing what you're pushing towards having feelings towards your mother-in-law is because your wife's vindictiveness and cruelty towards you. You should talk to her about that first, and if things don't work out for you, you should start questioning the marriage. Directing your coldness towards you fancying your mother-in-law is not the right way to resolve this issue. That is so true. I completely forgot that the wife is acting poorly towards him, right? Yeah, that needs to be resolved by either going through therapy or divorce. There shouldn't be no disrespect within two partners, but if you're saying that you're in love with your mother-in-law, listen, it's not going to work out. OP actually responded to that. I know that you're right, but I have got to live this day in and out. Honestly, I think we just need to move. Her dad is terrible influence on her. He was not acting like this till we moved back close to them. He just sets off this back streak in her. Listen, but your title says I'm in love with my mother-in-law. This seems really weird. I would say please leave your wife so that she could live freely. You are probably going to ruin it. Split up, you guys. This is crazy. Anyways, next. Am I the a-hole for showing up to Mother's Day when my sister-in-law warned me she would make a scene if I did? You're probably not, but let's read this story. My sister-in-law Cleo tried to tell me that nobody wanted me around Mother's Day. What do you mean? What? She insisted I drop off my husband, her brother, and if I came with him, she would make it everyone's problem. My husband Ryan said that he wanted me to be there as well, and he knew my mother-in-law would also want that. Ryan is aware of my conflict with Cleo, and as he was dragged into it. He is disabled and she believes that she needs to protect him from me. It stems from her not approving for our open marriage and not trusting Ryan's lived experiences. She tried to comfort me over it and ended up looking foolish. I am sure it's practically a bruised ego. While Cleo told me that I would better not show up and ruin everyone's day. I had a good relationship with my mother-in-law and I made her a little stained glass piece of lilacs for her favorite flower. My plan was to arrive with Ryan, seek out mother-in-law to give her gift and make sure that she did want me there. I would leave if she didn't. It's her day, not Cleo's. She showed up. Mother-in-law was very happy to see us, hugged us both and brought us inside. I gave her my gift. She loved it and immediately put it on her kitchen window. That is really sweet. Cleo does seem to be making things a little bit more difficult. She has no right to dictate who or who couldn't attend Mother's Day, especially when your mother-in-law clearly was super happy to see you. She literally loved the gift. Cleo concerned me and asked me why I would shown up when she clearly told me not to come. And she said that mother-in-law deserved a nice time with her children without interlopers. My phrasing, hers was more colorful. She continued to dig at me to the point that mother-in-law asked her why. Cleo said that she warned me not to come. Mother-in-law asked Cleo to knock it off. Cleo doubled down and said that I am the problem, not her. Mother-in-law firmly told her to knock it off. And whatever is going on between us, it's just between us. Cleo became very angry about that, grabbed her purse and left. The rest of us relaxed, but the vibe shifted. Listen, you didn't ruin Mother's Day. Cleo simply did. She's acting like a child. I feel terrible about the dark cloud over Mother's Day. Ryan said it was okay. Cleo was the one with the issue and was alienating the family by thinking she knows best. He said that he would try to talk to her again, but the last time he tried, she wouldn't listen. Next day, Cleo sent me several long messages that could be summed up: I don't trust you and I will prove everyone that you are no good and ruin Mother's Day. You didn't ruin the Mother's Day. Please don't think that. Was I really the wrong party in this situation for showing up? Knowing Cleo would say or do something, I mean, she did warn me and I showed up anyway. Even if she was the one to leave in the end, Cleo is her daughter, not me. Cleo's the one being very alienating herself from the family, not you. She is actually pursuing herself to be a very, very distant from family, and she's trying to distance you from that as well. Honestly, I would just let your husband or boyfriend handle his sister from here on out, because this is probably going to be a very difficult situation if this keeps happening, and it would kind of shift the dynamic between you all. I would definitely say say you're not the a-hole. It sounds like Cleo was trying to stir up the drama and create an uncomfortable situation. I'm not sure what happened between you guys, but you're not the a-hole for this situation specifically. Let's see what the comments say. All kidding aside, your sister-in-law is a psycho, not the a-hole. Her actions are her own and there was no need for her to do anything, yet she chose to. Her mom and brother told her to stop. She didn't. That's all her. Hopefully your husband and mother-in-law will continue to stick up for you and maybe it will stop. Yeah, that is a really good thing too. Like, I have noticed how the mother-in-law was really liking your presence there and you were just trying to be part of the celebration and she loved you there as well. And it does seem like she's jealous or something. So yeah, I'm so glad that they stuck up for you, and yeah, we'll just see what we could do with that later on, right? Okay, Obi, I really hope that gets resolved. But for now, let me know in the comments what do you think about this one as well. You guys, we have our last one. This one was really good so far. My mother-in-law stole my spot in vacation. My mother-in-law stole my spot in my family vacation. I'm secretly pretty happy about it. I, 38 male, have been planning a summer vacation to Disneyland and Universal with my wife, Peach. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, you guys name it Toad? Okay. Peach, 38 female, and my son, Toad, 5 male, and DK, 3 male. You guys are so cute. We also have a 1-year-old baby girl, Star, but throughout the entire planning process, the plan was always been to have my wife's mom, Daisy, 50s female, watch Star and our dog at our house because she's still an infant and we don't want to risk getting infants sick or hurt while traveling, which completely is fair. That makes sense. Daisy has always been fine with this and spoke about how happy she was to do this. A week ago, my wife asked me if we could change our plans around to have Daisy join us. This means changing our room reservation and going for an Airbnb so we could have all the space to be together and getting her mom a ticket for the parks and the plane. And I asked what happened with the original plans and she said her mom really thought it would be more enjoyable trip if we all went, she and Star included. I asked who would watch our house and dog. She said we could drop our dog off at a friend's house for the duration of the vacation. I said I didn't want to inconvenience our friend like that, and Peach said, well, I can't tell my mom to stay home after hyping the trip up so much. So after talking about for a few days and not coming up with a reasonable solution, I said Daisy could take my spot and I would stay home with Star. My wife protested, but I said it was the only way her mom would be able to go. I allowed the Star to stay home with family. My family lives far away. Peach and Daisy both tried to convince me to change the plan so we could all go, but I brought up how much more expensive it would be and overall the point we didn't want the baby to travel yet. I told them this was the only way. Was it? Daisy would just take my spot and they would have a vacation with the boys. My sons were pretty sad for me that I won't be going. Toad spoke about it with a bit of pity in his voice, but I told him I hope he has a blast, although I don't know if he will really get until leaving the trip. I'm not with him. This is so funny. Now, here's the thing. I am the only person who has never been to a amusement park, and I went to Universal with my friends in my 20s. Daisy, Peach, and our boys have not. I know that being at the amusement park is not all sunshine and happiness. It's a lot of walking, a lot of waiting in line, and a lot of mediocre expensive food. If you're lucky, you will get all 3 rides in 8-hour day. I was mentally prepared for this. Everyone else, however, was idealized version of Disney World in their heads, where they would be eating a bunch of fun snacks and ride all rides all day, take clear pictures in front of the characters with no other tourists around. Hell, obviously I was excited to see the Super Nintendo World myself. I'm just more realistic about the overall experience. Completely understandable. I have never been to Disneyland before or Disney World. I wanted to go, but then I realized I'm such an impatient person. I will never be able to wait in lines, but I really want to go. I really want to go. That would be my dream. I would go anyway. Daisy can barely walk around Walmart once, so I don't know how she expects to walk around the park. I remember overall taking something like 20,000 steps and going about 12 miles during one day there. Wow, that is crazy. So instead of dealing with the BS at the airport and taking long lines in the sun, I'll be hanging at home with 1 week off with my baby girl. I'm pretty pumped thinking about it. I never have extended time with my daughter, and I know I won't be on vacation in traditional sense, but I feel like it would be good for my mental health just to sit outside with my dog and my baby just hanging out. Like, I'm pretty much looking forward for a week of dad and star time. That is so cute. I love that for you. You're sneaky though. You're sneaky, but I love that for you. And it's also like keeps the stress away, right? Your baby is really young to do this. Anyway, so I will absolutely miss my family, and I saw all the way this morning. Peach was asking if I was sure about staying, and there was tweaks of FOMO about it here and there, but this is for the best of us. This is so cute. This actually happened in April, you guys. Update. The original plan is back on. The day I posted this, my wife talked to me and apologized for trying to change things up. Peach and Daisy talked, and she said she needed me to be there. We would need to do something with more family at a later date. She and her mom just really thought it would be cute to have the whole family together, but logistically, it wasn't going to work out. She said she felt really bad about giving up my spot so that Daisy could go instead of me. And that happening was never even an option in her mind. Like, she would never suggest it or want that. In her defense, I could see that being true. It was a couple of days back and forth suggesting that we weren't working before it suggested Daisy taking my spot. So it really was more of my suggestion than hers. I called Daisy later and apologized while thanking her for the whole thing. She was cool about it, basically said the same thing my wife did. She would never go instead of me. It's my family and she feels better having a man around. I agreed as someone suggested the comments. I will be doing something nice for her when the time comes. A gift or money or a favor in return down the line or something like that. I did want to speak on Daisy's defense a bit because based on the comments, I think people have wrong idea about mother-in-law. She is not elderly, or those comments actually cracked me up. She just turned 58 in February, so she is not decrepit old lady, lol. She just doesn't like to be on her feet and isn't super active. And she has legitimately excited at the thought of going to the Disney World, which is partly why I wanted her to go. I wasn't wishing ill on her by any means, and I would have been happy stepped aside because I thought everyone would have been happy. This is a very long story. Feels pretty good that Peach made it clear that she wouldn't be happy if I wasn't there. I told the kids that I will be going. All of them basically gave me a thumbs up and looked confused. I was telling them something that they already knew. No DNA test needed. These little apathetic creatures are mine. So I hope when I get off time in November, I can hang out with Star like I wanted to do this summer. I know this post is pretty boring. Don't worry. This was actually interesting. It's like reading a book and a story. I'm really happy that you guys resolved this and you are going to be able to experience Disney World. And I get it. Sometimes you just want to stay at home with peace, right? But you all have been really great with some of your park expertise. That was really, really cool to come with this, and I led a stroller rentals places where I found nice double-seater that's park certified for pretty cheap. I was thinking about packing a wagon and come to find out that was not allowed, so we would have been pretty screwed once we got there. We won't have to carry around our stuff and our boys can relax in the shade, so that's going to be a huge help. So thanks for the suggestion and many others. I will take those to heart and make sure that despite all the crowds and craziness, we have an amazing time. Yay! I'm so happy. All of these stories were not so bad except for the one walking in. You probably ruined your relationship over there. Listen. These mother-in-laws were not as crazy as I thought. I feel like those husbands were quite crazy. Yeah, the husbands are quite crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, some of these comments are just so positive. I love when a plan comes together. Same. I completely agree. This is amazing. I am so happy for OP and I'm excited for them to spend this time together. You guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. It is the end of this video. If you have any comments on what I've mentioned today, let me know in the comment section below. Also, check out my second YouTube channel. I'm on the beauty section of YouTube as well, so make sure you click all these links in the description below. But for now, I will be seeing you on the next one. Bye!